So today, we're going to cover 10 questions from the movie Next Friday. And it's time to dive into my bag for this one. Let's go. First question is, how do Day Day and Smokey compare to sidekicks for Craig in the movies? Well, this question is not specifically about Next Friday because we're talking about Smokey as well, but it's a great first question to start with. So Smokey and Day Day both get Craig into a lot of trouble, right? Well, the thing is that it's in different ways. So for Smokey, he's gonna run the block, he's gonna take money, he's gonna hustle people, he's gonna get Craig's house shot up. At the same time, blaming Craig for smoking half a J. Day Day, on the other hand, is going to be more of a player and get Craig in trouble by having his back, fighting off women. I mean, just going through the whole thing, everything with the, the essays across the street, like, he's gonna get him into it, but it's in a different way than Smokey. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they did have to get that rent money at the end, so Craig initiated himself into it. See, that's different. That's a two-way problem. With Smokey, he started all of it, bro. Craig didn't know really nothing. He was chilling on his day off, got fired, and then he ends up getting in the biggest fight in the town and knocking Debo the fuck out. But that's how they compare. They're really comparable. Like, yeah, Day Day smokes and parties, but Smokey is like a straight stoner, bro. He's faded all day from sun up to sundown, and he's gonna get Craig in some different situations. But I do want to say maybe Smokey and Craig vibed better because I feel like they would keep hanging out even after this. He always had his back. And I feel like Day Day and Craig would end up getting into it more as they lived there. But as we've seen in Friday After Next, I guess it's not always like that, but that would be my answer for that. They're really comparable, Smokey and Day Day. It's just on different fronts, man. Like Day Day, it's his everyday life that's getting you into it. Smokey, he's going for it. He's ripping people off. He's asking for it a little bit more, my opinion. Next question is, who is your favorite new character in Next Friday? That could be Day Day, any of the essays, Baby Joker, the girls that are running Day Day down. Roach, rest in peace to Roach. He didn't even get to see the success of the movie. It's crazy. Pinky, underrated character, bro. Pinky. But I'm gonna have to go with your Uncle Elroy. Like, dude, Elroy was... that scene, bro, when he's like going in there and he meets Elroy's girl and they're rolling up, dude. I mean, that's classic. And Elroy at the end of the movie, he's got the 2 bullets. Like, he's a cool dude, man. He's the king of Rancho Cucamonga or whatever the hell they called it. But Elroy was a cool new character, bro. Like, it actually, even though Pops was great, John Witherspoon, rest in peace, another Friday cast member, and Debo. But John Witherspoon's character got upgraded with Elroy. He has somebody to go at it with besides his son. You know what I'm saying? Like, Elroy was just that smooth cat, bro, that added a lot. What is the impact of the Latino characters, especially the Joker brothers, on the story and the comedy in the movie? It's a huge impact. But if you're asking about like the Latino characters in general, don't let your bag slip up, bro. Watch that bag. Like, you've seen it. They're going out of town, getting this money, starting problems. I don't know if they were really starting problems, but answering problems, answering stuff with violence. So, but bro, they had that big tube of money, street money, but they didn't watch their bag, bro. They got it clowned out. They got beat up by just watch your bag, bro. But they added a lot more. But you're asking, what's the message? I mean, that's the message from it.
Hey, does that Chico? What's wrong with it? I don't know. That dog got issues.
Watch your bag, bro. It can be taken right out from under you. Like, that's the last thing they thought. That money was gonna be gone at night. The way they tied him up and everything, they didn't go about the situation the best way. But they did like make the movie great. This is a good question. What does Craig's character growth look like from Friday to next Friday? Well, he did have a lot of character growth. So next Friday, you can tell he's younger. He's like going through these jobs. Probably like it was like a bullshit warehouse job. We've all been those. Character did grow a lot, bro. Like he's a little sharper and smarter in the second one. Not that he wasn't pretty sharp and smart in the first one, especially to fucking pound out Debo. But in the second one, he's a little more smoother with it. Like he could see some problems coming, and he knows how to finesse and move through the hood a little bit more. Well, I guess it wasn't in the hood much, but it kind of felt like it with the Jokers next door. Let's be honest. You know, he gets the drill at the end. Like he sneaks in. He sneaks in the house and he's getting the drill. Like he was smooth with it, bro. So a lot of character development from Craig in this movie. Yeah, and then more in the next one. Talk about that later. And the answer to that is no matter where you're living at, bro, shit can still go down. It can always go down. So let's address the settings of the question. Yeah, when he was in the hood, it was going down every time you took a step. You know, you had the hoodlums knocking down the trash cans. You had Debo coming for the chains. Remember the little tables? You know, put the stuff under the table, take the chain off, touch the chain. Red didn't take his stuff off. He tucked his chain. He tucked it, so he got that big fucking swollen eye, bro. Wasn't smart. Should have put that under a little table. Anyway, yeah, dude. I mean, I like the Rancho Cucamonga stuff too. Even though it wasn't as hectic as Friday, it was still hectic. Like the neighbor Day had. Like, stuff got crazy, bro, still. And it showed you that it doesn't matter. You could be living in Bel Air, bro, and it could go down. What's your favorite scene from the movie? That's a good question, bro. Let's get into it. My favorite scene? I love the Pinky scene. Pinky and Craig, when they're crawling for that gun, bro, like I love that. That scene was great. It was perfect. Love it. Need to do a comedy sketch of that scene one day. Anyway, let's get to the question. Favorite scene, dude? A lot of them involve Roach. Rest in peace, Roach. Dude fucking had a great part. Let's see. I love when Roach and Day go in the back of, the Pinky's record store. And they start smoking that J, and they use the vacuum and stuff, and he gets that vacuum on his list. That seems crazy. That's a great one of my favorite ones. Honorable mention when he gives the brownie to Chico. He gives him the Roach, gives him the pop brownie, bro, puts him to sleep. Like, it was a classic. How did the absence of Chris Tucker's Smokey affect the movie, and did it still work? Obviously it still worked. Mike Epps as Day is one of the best roles, bro. He's hilarious. Rewatch that movie. He's hilarious, bro. Yeah, dude. I mean, obviously we wanted Smokey. My opinion, they should have done Friday, right? Great. Next Friday with no Smokey. Still great. Friday after next, Smokey should have had a cameo or something, or if they gave Smokey a 5 to 10 minute scene, dude, that would have been amazing. Where was that, guys? Like, I think it was on Chris Tucker, because he moved on to these $20 million roles, with Jackie Chan. Like, and I like Rush Hour; they're great movies, but you could have came back and next Friday. You did so good in Friday, it's like your favorite role, dude. Not even arguably, that's your favorite role you've done for the fans. It almost bothers me, dude. Like, why did you step away from that franchise like that? come on, like, at least address it. I don't think, has he ever really addressed that? It seemed like he just waves away from it when it gets asked. Yeah, dude, I just think Smokey should have had a little, like, maybe like a 7-minute scene in Friday After Next. It would have been amazing, bro. But yeah, obviously, dude, the film worked without Smokey. Next Friday is great, dude. Like, it's not as good as Friday, but it's right there, bro. It's right there, so. Which scene had the best use of physical comedy or facial expressions? For that one, bro, it would have had to been, I want to say the Pinky scene again when he gets into it with Craig, but maybe the Michael Blackson scene when he comes in the CD store and he's all pissed, bro, and he throws the fucking like CDs down and shit. That was a good scene. That was a good use of physical comedy, right? I'm going to go, oh man, Baby D, the girl chasing Day Day, that was great too. And she's like running after him, and you know, you can tell she gets him, she's gonna get him. He gives her the treat. Oh man, I'll give that to Michael Blackson. I like that scene, bro. Michael Rappaport getting, you know, chased by the dogs or whatever, that was cool too.
Hope the cracker killers pay well, otherwise it's back to the ghetto you go. Take it easy.
But nah, I'm gonna go with Michael Blackson on that one. If you had to spend a day with one character from Next Friday, who would it be and what would y'all do? Okay. I'm gonna spend the day with Day Day probably and just chill out and probably go to the studio, bro. Imagine going to the studio, imagine Day Day, right? His character from Next Friday. Going to the studio to spit some bars, record a verse, and watching this fool do something, dude. Just that experience alone, bro, would be hilarious. You have Rose chilling, like, yeah, that'd be cool. Where does Next Friday rank in the trilogy? In my opinion, dude, it's Friday's #1. Next Friday is #2. And Friday After Next is #3. For that, it's just because it is, dude. Like, Friday's a 10 out of 10. Let's go by the movie rating. It's 5 star. Next Friday is like probably 5.2, if not 4.5. And Friday After Next, it's like a 3.5. It's a great movie. It's like a 3.5 though, right? Story's not as solid. Like the first 2 movies are so solid, bro. All the characters work so perfect. But yeah, that's my ranking. It's literally in order. Friday, Next Friday, Friday After Next. What are some behind the scenes facts or stories about the making of Next Friday? That's a good question. So I'm answering all these off the top. You know, I'm not looking up anything. The thing I do know about behind the scenes about that movie is that Day Day, Mike Epps, when he came in for the role, he would be doing improv. Like I think 80, 90%, or maybe almost all of it was improv, like off his head, like comedy, bro. Like he was fresh on the scene, man, like ready to make this role, make it work. Probably loved the first Friday, I think he said, and just went in, bro. And that's the best way to do it with a movie with comedy. See, it's just like anything else, you know, wrestling. You know, watch a wrestling match, there's too many writers backstage. It's probably not gonna be a good storyline, dude. You know, back when we loved wrestling, dude, 90s Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression 2000s, people would go out most of the time and just do their stuff and get themselves over. Well, it's the same thing in a film, man. If a character's too written, if it's overwritten, it's not gonna work 9 times out of 10. So they let Mike Epps come in and get this Day Day character down, and apparently they were interviewing a lot of people for the role. They were considering different people. And Mike Epps came in and killed that shit, bro. Got that role, and he's memorable as Smokey is. Like, come on.